Hello. What's good, dragons? How are you? Happy full moon in Taurus. Super exciting. Hey, Rick. I feel like it's almost just like always the very same people. You know what I mean? I'm like, does anyone else exist besides this group? Where is everybody? What's up, guys? Welcome. We're obviously going to be doing, what's up, Dark Matter? We're obviously going to be doing all signs. I'm just joking. We're going to be doing all signs, whatever comes out, whatever's coming towards you this coming week. Okay. This is a general reading. Make sure you check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for a full picture. If you want to get a pre-recorded reading, you can do so at hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that link in the chat. It's going to be the pinned comment. If you type in code Violetta20, you can get 20% off all pre-recorded readings. I also have a 2025 tarot forecast up there for you guys. You can either pay for the quarterly or you can get the full month-to-month reading. So keep in mind that with code Violetta20, you can get that 20% off a reading, okay? All super chats can be asked directly through hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. And you obviously know that that is also going to be the pinned comment in the chat, okay? So make sure that you look for that if that's what you're trying to do. Did I really not? Wow, I really came so ill prepared. Okay. Let me put these over here 1 second, guys. All right, let's shuffle these bad boys. Hello, alien. I'm great. What's up, Monica? Nice to see you. Claudia. Hi. Hello, Team Hypsee. Glad that you're here. All right. What's up, Codis? What's up, Roxanne? Hello, Delaware Tom. Hello, Vanessa. Rick, thank you so much for being here. Dart Designs, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you guys go check out our store. Make sure you guys go check out Rick's channel where he's beating down the guitar a little bit. Since the full moon is shining through the window near me, I think I will listen to the moon and Taurus message tonight. Ooh. I am a Taurus rising, Taurus moon. It is making a trine to my Mars and my midheaven because I have Mars and Capricorn conjunct midheaven. If you're looking at Placidus. It's making a sextile to my IC, and I can't remember. I know it's making another aspect. I mean, it looks pretty like chill, but I don't always trust trines. Trines just mean that you don't have a choice in what's happening. In my personal opinion, right? I prefer a sextile because it's more like you have the choice to do something as opposed to just like, this is what it is, bitch, right? So I kind of prefer sextiles, but you know, I'm trying to keep an open mind. All right. All right, let me just get this Oreo snack that I was eating off of the desk, you know. Can you tell I have Taurus placements? 1 sec. Okay. Hello, Pinky. What's up, Ram? It's good to see you. Is really hitting my Taurus Mercury Scorpio moon. Yeah, it's not hitting any of my Scorpio placements. It's not hitting my Venus. It's not hitting my Pluto. But it is hitting my Mars, which does rule my 12th and 7th house. Super fun. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be good, right? My Mars in Capricorn is exalted. What's up, Kismet? Hello. All right. Like this full moon energy. Yeah, let me, you know what? Let me just look. Astro Seek. Because it's driving me crazy now because I know it's making another aspect. Not that anybody gives a shit, but I do, so. I have Billie Eilish stuck in my head. Oh, it's trining my sun. Duh. It's trining my sun and it's trining my Mars. Very masculine planets. Interesting. with such a feminine full moon. Venus transiting my 9th house right now. Never know. All right. All right. Couple more shuffles. All right. I'm wondering if I should reorganize these cards. I'm sorry, you guys. I did not. I was like doing so funny, right? So on par for this Taurus full moon, but I was literally like giving myself my whole full blown like beauty routine, but like my night routine. And then I put like a little bit of makeup on over it. But I was doing the face mask, I was doing the exfoliant, I was doing the gel mask under the eye. I was doing it all, baby. Yes, I was. I was doing it all. I hope you guys have been good. I've been feeling okay. I've been feeling just fine. Not anything too serious. Oh, I'm sorry, Alejandra. Are you okay? There was red coming off it last night from where we were. Did anyone else see that? Wait, what? Well, you know, to be fair, Tom, you are a Capricorn rising. Okay. So you're probably going to feel a teensy weensy bit better since Pluto is coming out of Capricorn. You might have felt like you've been going through a lot of really difficult changes. I mean, depending upon what aspects Pluto made in your chart, but I'm not excited. I have too many fixed placements. You know, Taurus rising at 7 degrees. Then you got Venus and Scorpio at 11 degrees, Pluto at 5 degrees. So I'm going to be feeling it for sure. What's up, Queen? Off the moon. Oh, I didn't see it. Damn. Thanks, creative. Great. I swear to God, I'm done. I'm done. I swear. I've been shuffling like forever. I finished the marshmallow pumpkins. You made marshmallow pumpkins? That's so cute. Oh, that's great, Tom. That's great. All right. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming towards you, whatever comes out. This is going to be for next week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Oh, that's great, dark matter. I feel like things have always been they're always pretty much the same. There's always a level of a drama involved. There's always some weird family relationship or love triangle or you know, debt thing going on or where am I going to live next year? I feel like my whole life has kind of been like that, you know what I mean? So I just am like, "Oh, like comfortable chaos. Like it's normal." It's not. What's up, Anthony? Until I went to a Taylor Swift concert last night and woke up totally drained and beat. I got to so many concerts and this has never happened. Oh no, I'm sorry. I really want to go to a Billie Eilish concert to be fair. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. I have finally finished shuffling these damned cards. So we're going to take a look at what is going on, what's coming towards you, what you can kind of expect. We're going to pull a little bit of advice for you as well. Okay. So I'm also going to check for some of the good stuff. Okay. So not all bad, right? If you do want to book a super chat, you can do so at hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. Like I said, you can find that as the pinned comment in the chat. Okay. Yeah, Kismet. Ugh, that comfortable chaos is a bitch. Let me see if this is working. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and take a look at you, okay? All right, there we go. All right, Aries, let's see. The Four of Wands in reverse is for your energy. Okay. So the Four of Wands in reverse, right? If this is your energy, this can definitely be talking about some kind of insecurity that you're going through. This can talk about some kind of tumultuous energy happening in the home. You can feel like you went off looking for something or looking for a reason to celebrate, or you were trying to accomplish something, and you can kind of feel like, damn, I really didn't do what I set out to do in some way. So there can be a little bit of disappointment. This can also be a little bit more simplistic where it's like, oh, Four of Wands in reverse. Like, I'm just feeling a little insecure. I'm breaking out a little bit. I'm about to start my period. I don't really want to go anywhere. You can certainly see sometimes that happening with the Four of Wands in reverse. So it doesn't have to be something that's like, oh my God, right? The King of Pentacles, you know what you really might just be doing, honestly, with this Four of Wands in reverse and the King of Pentacles? You might just be in this energy of like, okay, I really don't give up about going out and taking shots with you guys, or heading to the mall with my friends for 4 hours. Or it seems like you're more focused on either family or business or finances, budgeting, money, whatever it is that you've been building for a while. It's really interesting because this is Capricorn. And so now, of course, I'm thinking about, if you're Aries rising, for instance, like Pluto going direct and about to hit your 11th house, which is going to be a little bit different. So it makes me feel like you're kind of cleaning up on aisle 5, or you're making sure that you have all your stuff together before you decide to use your free time for leisure activities. It's kind of what that makes me, at least for next week. Um, the four, yeah. So So this is something that is kind of external to you with that Four of Swords. The Ten of Cups. I feel like it's your family or a relationship that you're more focused on. Who the hell is texting me like over and over and over again? Are you kidding me? My God. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. It kind of makes me feel like if you're in a relationship, I feel like your relationship is kind of keeping you at home a little bit. You could have just really emotionally supportive family when it comes to healing, or maybe you have somebody who's sick that you have to take care of, right? Four of Swords, Ten of Cups, which can be somebody that you very much care about, somebody you have an established bond with. This can be that maybe you're sick and people are taking care of you, but this is something that's outside of your control in a way. So it makes me feel like somebody is healing, or maybe there's some family therapy. There's something around healing and relationships and family potential and or family. So maybe that's the reason why you're just kind of hanging back and doing your own thing. The Page of Wands for what you kind of need to do. So yeah, I mean, the Page of Wands can definitely talk about venturing towards something new. Because it seems like with that King of Pentacles, you're focusing on what's making sense, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't forget about what may not necessarily make sense to everybody else, but it makes sense to you. What drives you? What motivates you? What gets you excited? What uplifts you, what makes you feel passionate, right? It's telling you to connect with yourself in that way and follow that. Now, for some of you, if you're already in an established bond, it could be telling you to maybe try something new with your partner. This can also be a friend. Try something new with a friend, get to know more people. It could be asking you to kind of get out there and socialize. So that can definitely be a thing as well. Bring love into the situation. House 4. Oh my God, isn't that funny? Chilling at home. House 4. And then star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So that's interesting to me. So the fourth house can literally, that's so weird. The fourth house can literally represent family. It can represent somebody who lives in your home. It can represent ancestry. It can represent your childhood or your past. It can represent the mother. So there may be something happening within a family dynamic, or with a spouse, or with a partner, or something like that. Somebody that you have emotional ties to. And it's saying that there's something more there for you. It's telling you to look a little deeper. It's telling you to show up with open arms. Maybe for some of you, you've just been pouring into your work, and maybe we need to find a little bit of balance in regards to your family life or in regards to your relationship or finding a relationship, right? Something like that. And I feel like that's what you're getting ready to do anyway, is like get out there and meet people or start socializing more, collaborate, but that's what it's telling you to do. So for some reason, and it could also be telling you to look a little bit deeper into your past for some reason. So maybe like some kind of childhood wound, maybe, or maybe it doesn't have to be negative per se. Maybe it's like what lit you up as a child, right? Before somebody told you like, hey, you need to go be a doctor and you need to do this and you need to make that much and you need to look like this, right? When you were a kid, before all of that was pressed upon you, what did you love to do? Who were you without everybody else projecting onto you? And it may be kind of asking you, maybe it's time to reconnect with that person, you know? Thank you so much, Aries. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so by going to hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat, okay? Please make sure that you like, share, and comments. Claudia. Oh my God. Mortified. Trauma, honestly. Of course, a Taurus is a pimp. I met a Virgo man who was a pimp before. The Earth signs, huh? Okay. It's time to move on to, speaking of Taurus. All right, Taurus, we're going to be taking a look at what you have coming next week, your energy, what's happening outside of you, and what you should be doing. Okay. Then we're going to pull advice messages. The High Priestess. This is your energy. I like it. Okay. This is very, this can be like a little solo, a little secretive, yes, but it's also talking about the masculine and the feminine. In traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you'll see two pillars beside her. One represents masculine, the other represents feminine. So maybe you're getting in touch with a certain side of yourself. Maybe you're getting in touch with both sides of yourself. This can also be you focusing on occult mysteries, focusing on tarot, maybe. But I will say this, whatever your intuition is telling you next week, listen to it. Absolutely listen to it, because I feel like it's spot on about something. Let's see what you're kind of diving into. The Five of Cups. Ooh. So, Taurus, I can look at this a couple of different ways, okay? Either this is you have an intuitive hit that if you go forward with something, or you give someone a chance, or you do something, or you know that you're going to regret it. Okay? It's like, and I want to say, you're right with that High Priestess there. You are right. So if you're thinking about doing that stupid thing and there's that little nudge in your gut that's like, don't do that, that's a bad idea, I suggest that you listen to it. Okay. For others of you, it can be that now this is going to be difficult because you're like, oh, I don't know which one, but it's telling you that maybe there's something that you should be doing that you're putting off, or that you're really not making a move on. And if you don't do it now, or you don't do it soon, you'll regret it. So this may be like, don't procrastinate, right? I know as Taurus placements, we can do that sometimes. Now, those of you that are going through something like this, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know on whether or not you should go for something or whether or not you're procrastinating on something. But this is about seeing the silver lining and doing something about it. It's telling me that you clearly have some kind of hidden knowledge that basically have on tap, and like use that, like use it to your advantage this coming week. Outside of your control. The Hierophant in reverse. The World. Well, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, Taurus, for some of you, if you've been kind of on the fritz with somebody, if you've been thinking about divorce or something like that, this being outside of your control, maybe that's, and I'm not trying to freak anybody out. Now, these are for the people that are like, yeah, like we've already talked about it. Like it's a done deal. Okay. So if you've known that for a while, maybe it's unconventional. Maybe it's something that doesn't align with your values. I feel like there's somebody here, like a person specifically. It could be a mentor, it could be a guru, it could be a partner, something like that, somebody may have either unconventional views or they may feel like you have unconventional views. Whatever the case is, it's not aligning together. They're not aligning together. So there may be some kind of closure. It doesn't necessarily have to mean an ending, okay? But it can mean like, you know what? Let's just agree to disagree. So it can be somebody kind of putting their hand up and being like, hey, I know that you're a Republican or I know that you're a Democrat, but like I'm not, right? And like either we can just cut this now or we can get along, right? And we can whatever the thing is, right? So I kind of feel like you and somebody else are a little at odds, which is kind of on par for the full moon in Taurus. It's very Uranian, it's very rebellious. Somebody could be even rebelling against you. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's see what you need to be doing. The Queen of Swords in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. I definitely think that you're probably triggered by something. I think that there are some emotions that are being triggered either through somebody else or maybe they're totally justified in why you're getting triggered. But what you don't need to do is procrastinate because that's what the Two of Swords in the upright can be. It's like, oh, well, I'm not quite ready to make a decision. The Two of Swords in reverse is like, you need to do this now. Thank you so much. Have a great day, because it's causing some kind of emotional upset, or it's causing some, or I don't want to say causing because the trigger's already there. It's triggering something inside of you that may not resonate with your soul, and you can say or do something that is out of alignment with who you truly are. Um, so I don't know, but something needs to like not be pushed under the rug or brushed under the rug or whatever the case. Ah, new moon in Taurus. Okay. Prosperity lies ahead. Well, Taurus placements, I want you to think about what you were doing in May, okay, when we had the new moon in Taurus. You can kind of start seeing like a culmination of whatever that may be. So you have new moon in Taurus, you have Aries, and you have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Well, still, on par for Taurian energy, right? Taurus is all about that. It's about the sensual pleasures. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about self-care, right? It's also about budgeting and your finances and things like that. But this is telling you a little bit of self-care can go a long way. Take that bath, go to the spa, do whatever you need to do. Eat the good foods, right? Second house energy. Make sure you're eating right, things like that. And it's telling you that because I like that this Aries energy is next to this Taurus energy, because Taurus can really take its time, but if it takes too long, it can kind of miss the mark. So I like that the Aries energy is here because it's telling you don't procrastinate, do this now, right? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's ruled by Mars. It's like Aries wants to be first, right? That's why we're always reading Aries first. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So it's telling you that maybe you're going to be the first to do something. I don't know. But I feel like more than anything, it's telling you not to procrastinate, especially when it comes to your own needs, when it comes to taking care of yourself and things of that nature and whatever else you need to take care of. So don't procrastinate. Thank you so much, Taurus. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat box. What's up, Jake? How you doing? Nice to see you. What's up, boss mama? All right. Pisces risings. I rarely see Pisces risings. Billie Eilish is a Pisces rising, and she's so stunning. All right. Hello, Mad Max. How are you? All right. So, Gemini, how are you doing? Let's go ahead and see what's coming towards you for next week. Whatever comes out, let's go ahead and check your energy. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Well, this can definitely be like you feeling very emotionally drained, you feeling exhausted. Maybe you're having some creative blocks. You don't really have a lot to give. You're like, nah, not doing it, right? Now, of course, this can also represent giving your self-love. This can be about self-love. This can be about you taking care of oneself, whether it's like, I really need to start going to the gym more, and that's what I want to do because that's a form of self-love. That's valid. If it's more about, you know what, I need to start painting again because that's what makes me happy, that's a form of self-love. So, well, let's see what the other card is. Ugh. For some reason, I don't feel like that Emperor in reverse is you. I feel like that's what's draining you. Now, let me put it like this. I'm going to put it two ways for you, right? Gemini, I know you like it two ways, right? Twin twins. This can either be if you are a feminine energy and you're dealing with masculine energy, this can be somebody in your vicinity, so to speak, in your feminine space that is kind of a tyrant. It can be somebody who's very controlling, somebody who's bossy and has no leg to stand on, standing on a soapbox, and it can be very irritating. This is somebody who's super immature. They may have anger issues, and this could be specifically what's draining you, and if that's the case, please watch out for that. Now, if you're a masculine, I'm not going to put this lightly, but you need to chill out. If you are feeling drained, it is because you are trying to be something that you're not. It is because you are trying to control something that is not yours to control. It is that you are stepping out of your element for something that you're not ready for. It doesn't mean that you can't be at some point, but it's telling you that you're running yourself into the ground, and it's probably better now to adhere to a little bit of self-care more than anything, okay? Outside of your control is the 7 of Wands. I feel like this is the person that is, I don't want to say they're against you. It doesn't make me feel like they're against you per se if you're a masculine, but it makes me feel like this feels like no, I'm wondering now if this is a masculine read. Well, I'll try to spin it both ways. But I definitely feel like this is somebody who's standing up against you, okay? If you're a masculine, I feel like this is somebody who's kind of standing up for themselves. They seem a little surprised by your behavior, or but it seems like they are successfully standing up for themselves. They're successfully kind of telling you about yourself in a way. It seems like somebody has really been through it in their life, and it seems like this person is not interested in allowing you to kind of push them into a corner. Now, for others of you, you could be feeling this way because there may be a very competitive situation happening. So, if you're a feminine and you're dealing with a masculine, you can feel like this person's putting you in a very competitive environment. And it could feel like you're kind of losing a little bit or even losing yourself in a way. So really be careful with that, because I don't know if this person has the best intentions. If I'm being totally honest with you, I feel like they're just kind of a dimwit, somebody who, has Napoleon syndrome or whatever it's called, right? You know, I know the masculines in the chat are looking at me like, wow, well, never coming back here again. Well, that's just what it's saying. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading, right? Don't worry about it. But the 9 of Wands in reverse. Wow. That's so funny because I had the 9 of Wands in my head. I wish I would have said it. I wish I would have said it. It's interesting that it's in reverse. I feel like whoever this person is, they're getting to this point in their life where they've been through a lot, and I don't think they're going to let somebody cut them down. But this person may be kind of giving up on you. I don't think they're giving in, maybe, but it seems like they're giving up, like fighting for something that isn't worth fighting for. 7 of Cups for your advice with the 6 of Wands in reverse. How fascinating. For my masculines, if this is your read, okay, it's telling you that you're living in Deluluville and you're not entitled to anybody. No one owes you anything. And it's telling you that thinking that way and assuming that way and walking like that throughout life is going to lead to a lot of disappointments. As much as we feel like our father hurt us or our ex hurt us or whatever, and now the world owes us something, it doesn't, you know? And that was definitely a hard pill for me to swallow at many points in my life, but nobody owes you shit, really. And that's the truth of it, right? But at the same time, if you're a feminine, this is telling you that you don't need to be giving this attention. Don't put somebody on a pedestal just because maybe you've had a connection with them once. Don't think that, like, if somebody is telling you, oh, like, if this is a relationship, right? Someone's telling, like, oh, you're fat, or you're never going to get anybody, or you don't even look good, or who knows, whatever, you're not even successful, you don't even, right? Like, that is somebody else's insecurities being projected onto you. Okay, whatever this person may be saying, even if it's a female, I don't know, right? But it's telling you, don't allow this person to paint you for you. You know what I mean? You know you, and keep that there. And it's trying to tell you not to give it attention. Don't give it life. Be bold, make the first move. We have Moon, the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So for my masculines, once again, this is telling you to chill out. It's interesting that Mars is showing up and the Emperor is Mars. Mars is very, conflicting. It's can sometimes be quite aggressive, especially with the Emperor in reverse. And the Moon being here, and then it says softening to love, and then says be bold to make the first move. This is telling you, Cardinal Moon, energy Moon again, this is telling you to chill out, have some empathy, have some compassion for yourself. You know where this is going to go, right? You know where this is going to go. For my feminine energies, you're needing to keep your boundaries strong. It doesn't mean that you have to fight. It doesn't mean that you have to argue. Don't give it any attention at all. Sometimes you need to soften to yourself. So that's what that was an intense one. What's up, Infinite? So thank you so much, Gemini. I really appreciate it. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. And if you want to book a super chat, you can do so on hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. That comment can be found in the chat. I mean, that link. God, I just never get that right for some reason. God help me. I want to block him, to be honest. I get it. You know what, though? Like, there have been times, now this is not a recommendation, okay? So please understand, this is not me recommending this, okay? I'm not saying do what I've done, but there have been times where I have a lot of fixed placements, and I know we should be blaming it on that, but I have a lot of fixed placements, and it's very hard for me to let go once I've dug my claws into someone or something. And it's definitely a lesson I've had to learn, to give up control, right? North Node in the 12th. But there have been times where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to let this person hurt me until I am absolutely disgusted with said person, you know? And like, sometimes that's just what it took for me, unfortunately, because I just have to learn the hard way, right? And I'm not recommending that to anybody else, okay? But I've done that before. I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to let them just make me hate them, you know? Sometimes it worked. I just realized I don't have my lights on here. Um, Hold on. Wow, I just realized I don't have my. I did that once, right? It works though. Listen, I do what you got to do. All right, Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you got going on for next week. 5 of Wands in reverse for your energy. Okay, a little bit of passive energy, not really trying to get your ego involved, not trying to argue, not trying to get into any kind of conflict. What the hell is happening here? I want to see, though. 3 of Swords in reverse. I'm going to need one more, unfortunately. Okay. Hello. This is giving me Shira 7 vibes, or this is, I don't know if you guys know who the Sprinkle Sprinkle girl is, or Shira 7, but this very much reminds me of something that she said. I was watching her online, and some girl tried to come for her in the chat, and everyone was like, "What are you going to say?" And she was like, "I'm not going to say nothing. Fighting is a masculine trait." And then she like sipped her tea and she's like, "So do you guys like my new blonde wig? I wanted to be blonde this time, like, and just win it power day. That's kind of what I feel like you're doing. I think that you've realized there's no reason to fight anymore. You're very much in this feminine energy. Even if you're a man, you're very much in this creative energy. It can also be that you're utilizing some kind of pain and channeling it as power into some kind of creative, distributing it into some kind of creative project or something that you're just creating. You're looking incredible, okay? Next week, not now. No, I'm just kidding. You're looking incredible. Be careful of getting pregnant, okay? That can definitely be a thing, or getting somebody pregnant. But I really like it. It's like you don't have time for the sauce. You don't have time for the mess. You don't have time for the he said, she said. You don't have time for the work drama. You don't have time for the relationship drama. You're just living your most beautiful or handsome self, and that's it. I really like it. Something out of your control is the Knight of Swords in reverse. You got a trickster. Could be a Gemini or a Virgo. But you got a little bit of a trickster here. Okay. So the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Magician in reverse is somebody who will act like they're being passive, but they will, like, for instance, how do I, like, you ever had those people that are pretending like they don't have any drama with you, or they're pretending like they don't have any, like, but they say like these underhanded remarks that are so like low key that you're like, did this bitch just shade me? Like, on the low, you know what I mean? And it's not even a brave, like, instead of just like saying, listen, I don't like you when I think this. No, it's like a very passive aggressive kind of, that's what this person is doing. It makes me feel like this is a specific person. It can also be that somebody is feeling very doubtful in regards to their own talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, and they could be triggered by you not being triggered. And so they can be projecting some kind of insecurity onto you. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse for your advice, this is like, don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Don't go back there. There's nothing for you back there. Don't repeat some cycle. It's not going to land you anywhere. It's going to land you on the hamster wheel, okay? And the Empress, as beautiful as she is, I can guarantee you, she's not trying to run on no damn hamster wheel. She's trying to do her face mask, make money, and, play some music, right? So yeah, don't yeah, it's not gonna get anywhere. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's of a low standard. Don't even touch it. Communication is key. Pisces, baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So I feel like this is just kind of communicating your boundaries, or communicating whatever you feel like you need to get across, and doing so with compassion, and then just kind of letting it go. It doesn't mean that you have to be a pushover, but as long as you're like actively communicating your boundaries and things like that, and then just, and don't like, only say it once, right? If maybe twice, if somebody didn't hear you. But if you're feeling like you're constantly needing to repeat your boundaries or your expectations to somebody, and it just doesn't seem to be okay, that's my answer, right? And so that's the disrespect, or that's, you just stay over there, right? So keep that in mind. And if you know that, right, if you feel, you're like, damn, this person just doesn't respect me, or this person is just purposely not getting me, or they're making these underhanded comments, don't try to, Jake, good job, everybody, hashtag Jake, please, thank you. Don't try to be like, well, maybe that comment wasn't really to I'm gonna stop you right there. you know right, you know so that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat with me, you can do so at hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. I also have pre-recorded readings there. I have a 2025 tarot forecast up there. If you put in code Violetta20, you can get 20% off. You can find that link as the pinned comment in the chat section, okay? Thanks, Alejandra. Thank you, Pinky. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Okay. Moving on to Leo. Hello, Leo. How you doing? Let's go ahead and see what you have going on for next week. This is your energy. So Four of Pentacles, right? It can't be that you're just stacking up your money. You're like, okay, I'm not really ready to spend yet. I'm not ready to go buy those Christmas presents. I'm not ready to get that loan. And so you can be kind of being a little bit of a recluse when it comes to your finance. My money into stocks yet, right? This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what your energy is. About that money. I like it. I really like this. This tells me that you're being incredibly responsible. You're minding your P's and Q's, your Q's and your P's, right? And you're handling your business. You're juggling things in a way that makes sense to you. It looks like money's pretty good. I think money's stable. Like it's maybe going better than it was, but it's somewhere around the same. So it seems like you're able to pay your bills. You're able to handle things. You're able to pay for the kids' lunch. You're able to buy your groceries. You're able to maybe get your nails done every couple of weeks. You're handling your things. Maybe you're budgeting. Maybe you're talking to a CPA, but it does really seem very financially focused as well. And so it kind of makes me feel like you're just kind of taking everything out of the financial closet a little bit. And you're like, okay, where do I need to put my money? Or what is my budget every month? Or it's something like that. Maybe you're paying your bills, right? It seems like you're really getting down and dirty about whatever that is. And like for instance, if you are a Leo rising, Mercury is about to go retrograde. Mercury is your second house ruler, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's something like that. Something outside of your control. Speaking of Mercury, so this is Virgo energy. So funny. So this is Virgo energy. Maybe it is about money, okay? But in tarot, the Hermit does represent. Didn't I say something about recluse? Something about a recluse? That's kind of the Hermit. This can be somebody in your life. It can be a Virgo. It doesn't have to be, but this can be somebody in your life who's acting like a little bit reclusive, somebody who's kind of isolating themselves, somebody who's on a bit of a dark night of the soul journey. Let me see. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, who is this? This is Virgo and Pisces. These are opposite signs. This could be somebody in your life, or this could be you. So for my Leos, where this is somebody in your life, somebody who's being a little elusive, somebody who's being a little mysterious, somebody who's kind of hanging back, I want you to know that whoever this person is, this person seems to be really going through something. But they're going through it. They're not trying to go around it. They're not trying to control anything. They are moving through it. They're very much on this like solo self-awareness, self-understanding journey where they're trying to gain perspective of themselves and of the world around them. They're looking for something that they don't realize they already have within them. So, if this is you, then you may be doing that. Okay. There may be something external from you that's causing you to more so go within. This doesn't feel like a super risque energy. This isn't like, oh my God, I'm going to go, bungee jumping in Colorado tomorrow. No, this is like very stable, very monotonous, but there's almost like a mysterious dark element to this. What do you need to be doing? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Swords in reverse. So do you need to be like going back and re-looking at your finances? Are there opportunities that you feel like you missed that you need to maybe revisit a little bit? Are there some steps that you skipped along the way that you need to revisit? I don't know what that is, but something that's going to create a new opportunity for you. You have to go back in order to move forward for some reason. You are good enough. Pluto. Hiraeth. Longing for home. One of my favorite words. Longing for home. Homesick for the stars. Some of you are on this journey where you don't really know where you belong or whom you belong with or where you should be working or what you should be doing in regards to your life purpose. I feel like you do know. I feel like you already know that answer, especially if it comes to like some kind of path, something like that. I feel like you do know. And if it's about like a person specifically, um, maybe it's not necessarily that person. Maybe it's like you know that that person is not for you, right? You know that, but it's your self-worth or self-value issues that's making you feel like you have to make it work. Um if this is about life purpose, you already probably know what it is, but you think that you can't grasp it because of a confidence issue, which isn't usually your guys's issue, but it can be, you know. Even Leos have a little bit of a kryptonite, right? And so you can feel like I don't know where I belong, I don't know. You do. This is where you're going to find it. But remember when I was saying, "Oh, this person is searching for something that they don't realize they already have?" You got it, baby. Okay. All right, Leo. Damn, that was I like that one. Big transformations. That was a deep one. Thank you, Leo. If you'd like to book a super chat or a pre-recorded reading, you can do so by visiting hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat box. Damn. All right, Virgo. I'm so dead, Kismet. I adore you. I just adore you to pieces. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and take a look at your energy next week. What's coming towards you? Ooh, not the best. So Virgo, what's got you feeling this way, right? This can definitely be where you're in this energy of jealousy. You're feeling angry, maybe. If it's not jealousy, you're just pissed off. You're feeling a little bit of feminine rage, right? For my feminine Virgos, even if you're a man, you can still be feminine. Um, and for others of you, this can be like you caring too much about what other people think, which is essentially stopping you from taking the lead in your own life and initiating something in your own life that you need to be initiating. The Queen of Wands in the upright, she don't give a fuck, right? She's not afraid of her shadow. That's what you don't see it in this in the Game of Thrones deck, but in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you're going to see a black cat in front of her, and it's supposed to be symbolic of like her shadow self, or like it can be like her past, or things that naturally people would be ashamed of, but she's putting it right there, right? Because black cats are considered to be, oh, bad luck, bad luck. And she's like, bitch, I'm going to put it right here, right? Ow, Valeria, you're scratching me. The Queen of Wands in reverse cares too much. She cares too much, and she implodes. She acts out. She is afraid of what people are going to think. Ma'am, you got to get off me. I'm sorry. You can't be scratching me. Thank you. And then comes the Chariot. This is very interesting to me because it's almost as if you're driven by this insecurity. You're driven by this rage. You're driven by this feminine rage, this jealousy, this even if it's not jealousy, I know that people don't like that word, right? But like we're all human, okay? But you can be like, okay, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get what that person has. Not like you need to cut anybody down to get there, right? Don't do that. But it feels like it's motivating you to move forward. It's driving you on even an emotional or visceral level. And I feel like you're having a victory because of it. So it seems like you're very much gung ho. For some of you, can be traveling, okay? There can also be something with a vehicle, okay? Maybe you're driving somewhere. Well, I guess we're all driving somewhere at some point, right? But you know what I mean? But it can be out of anger or something that's motivating you like from a bad place. I hate to use the word a bad place, but it definitely a fiery place, but it seems like you're having some kind of victory about it anyway. It's almost like it's very scorpionic in a way where you're taking something negative and you're like the phoenix rising, right? From the ashes kind of thing. Something, ooh, this is outside of your control. Are you upset because like an ex or something is getting married or they're in another relationship, or Is somebody coming into money? Hmm. It makes me feel like you're seeing somebody win. Okay. It makes me feel like you're seeing somebody win that maybe you feel like doesn't deserve it, or you're seeing somebody win and you're like, are you fucking serious? And for some reason, it's messing with your head a little bit, or it's messing with your ego. Now, I know this is like nobody wants to hear that, right? But it certainly is driving you. And the chariot's stronger than the 10 of pentacles, you know? So it makes me feel like this is more of a motivator. And even when the sun is in reverse, it's still positive. Okay. So the sun in reverse makes me feel like something is like hitting you for a second. You're like, oh, wow. Okay. And then you're like, okay, okay, all right. You know, and you're like, you're like motivating yourself because of whatever this may be. Interesting. You're having a victory though. The 6 of Cups for what you need to be doing. It's telling you to get over it. It's telling you to get over something. It's telling you to overcome something. There may be something that you've been holding on to for a really, really long time. Okay. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something from childhood, right? I don't know what it is, but it's saying that you have a gift of something. The 6 of Cups isn't always just necessarily like kinship and friendship and all of that, but it can be a gift from God that you possess. Okay. And or it's being brought to you, and it may be telling you to utilize that. It also may be telling you to kind of shake hands with somebody that maybe you don't necessarily want to shake hands with, or make up with somebody that you don't necessarily want to make up with. Okay. Um I know this is a little rough, Virgos. I'm a Virgo sun, so I'm not trying to hear it either, but expect powerful change. Mercury, there's your ruler. Empathic star seed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Mm. I definitely feel like you're making something about you that really has nothing to do with you in a way. Um and I think that it seems to be going okay just because you are allowing it to motivate you instead of like break you or make you upset. And so I feel like it's not just going to be uh your motive that's changing or what you're deciding to do, like the trajectory that you're on. It also feels like you're seeing something or someone differently, or you are perceiving something differently. And I think that when you start perceiving something in a different way, I think that's when you're going to see the most success within yourself, within your external reality. And so it's telling you not to make something so personal that has nothing to do with you, in a way where you're like carrying it and it's like a cloud hanging over your head. We can do that sometimes. And really, a lot of the times we get mad over things that we see, and sometimes it just really has nothing to do with us, right? But we can take something personally. So I don't know. This was a very vague, very little odd. I'm not really sure what it was about, but there can also be some powerful conversations that you might end up that you might end up having, or that you may need to have with another individual specifically. It could be a child, it could be a friend, it could be a partner. Honestly, it can be somebody you have history with the 6 of Cups there. Okay. So, and it also may be telling you, hey, you're looking at something wrong, you know? It may also be that. But it's motivating you and you're having a victory. So that's good, right? Thank you so much, Virgo. If you want to book a super chat, you can do so at hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat box. I also offer pre-recorded readings. You can put Violetta20 at the checkout for the coupon code for 20% off, okay? All right, let's see. We having a baby? I was like, wow, I can't even believe she spelled that wrong. And then I was like, oh my God, she's making fun of me. my God. I can't. All right. Hi. Did you want to come say hi to the dragons? Come here, baby. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? You being cute? Look at the baby. Tell him. What do you want to say? Say I love you. No. She's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. She's that meow is so ugly though. She's a Leo sun and a Scorpio rising. Thank you, Kinez. Yeah, she is my first my first like pet. Like as far as one that I bought, one that I took care of myself. She's my very first one. So long live the Queen of Dragons. What's up, Nina? Hi, Nina. It's so nice to see you. I love you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Libra. Libra, let's take a look at what you got going on. I know you guys are ready for Pluto to get the hell out of Capricorn, unless you got a lot of fixed placements. But let's see. Energy next week. Okay. 2 of Wands. So you're ready. You're ready to trailblaze. You're ready to do something different. You're ready to come out of your comfort zone. You're kind of realizing, all right, I got to leave a path behind. I got to do something different. And I don't know if that's just like you got to start dating different people. You got to start dating a type of person that you haven't dated before. Maybe you've been dating the same kind of dudes or ladies for the longest time. And you're like, it's not working for me. Maybe you've stayed at the same career path or the same job for a really long time. And you're like, this isn't for me. So there's something that you're doing where you're like, I'm ready to break out. I'm ready to do it, right? And maybe it's this full moon in Taurus, right? That is triggering you in some way, right? It's conjunct Uranus, which is the great liberator, the great rebellion, right? It's the it's a freaking Uranus. It's Uranus reminds me of like the breaker of chains, right? So I feel like you're maybe liberating yourself in some way. Wow. Ma'am, what is wrong with you? Why do you act like that? You're crazy. No. You need to go freaking lay down. Sorry about that. She loves doing that when I stop paying attention to her. She just looks at me and she just scratches something. She's so crazy. All right, 2 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Maybe you guys are deciding to go on a trip. It's Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury is in Sagittarius right now. So maybe see where Mercury is transiting in your chart. And that may tell you like what this is about. For others of you, like I said, it just can be about taking a trip, going forth with something. It seems like you've made a plan and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Like you're not even thinking about it. You're just going for it. And it could be something that's really successful. Something outside of your control is the Judgment in reverse and the Knight of Wands. This makes me feel like you have somebody who may be like a good time. They may be somebody who is a little extroverted, right? Somebody who's really passionate, maybe somebody who's a little funny, very confident, maybe even a little cocky at times. And they're coming towards you, but it seems like they're not willing to take accountability for something, or they're not willing to make the big call or some kind of big decision that you may deem as imperative for them to make. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it is something as simple as, it doesn't have to be something so crazy and life altering. Tarot can make something dramatic, and then you got me, which was doubling down on the drama, right? But sometimes it can just be like, oh, this is kind of like a coworker that I can't always really count on, but I really want to go on this trip, and I'm hoping that they can cover my shift for the week. And they're just kind of like, yeah, I'll let you know, and you're like, no, I need to know now, so you can kind of feel like you're not getting an answer from someone that you depend on. The 3 of Cups for your advice with the 4 of Cups. Interesting. 3 to the 4 of Cups. This to me is making me feel like looking at what's right in front of you, looking at who is right in front of you, and deciding what's really worth it or not. This can also be telling you that for some of you, if you aren't having gratitude for certain people in your life, it may be telling you that you're being a bit of a spoiled brat. Okay. For others of you, it can be saying that there are people in your life that may be fun to hang out with and everything else, but that's as far as it goes. It can be telling you that there are people in your life that are not grateful for you. And it is time for you to make a plan. It is time for you to speak your mind. It is time for you to maybe move in silence and not say anything at all. Silence is an answer, right? So, something to kind of think about here. But it's interesting because you have the three of cups, then it goes to the four of cups, and you see the three of cups here, right? And then it's like there's a fourth cup coming in, and she's like, no, like I already have my three cups. Thanks. And so maybe it is that you're kind of maybe with this two of wands, knowing that you have to come out of your comfort zone, maybe it's about people. For some of you, for a very small portion of you, this is about you're like already comfortable with your friend group, and that's all well and good, right? If it's friends, if it's just, I don't know, just people in your life, and you may just be like stuck to that group or something like that, it may be telling you to try to be a little bit more open in regards to inviting more people into your life, potentially. For some of you, that can be the case, especially for my Librans who have been like, yeah, like everybody, I don't care. I'm never dating again. I'm never having any friends ever again. It's like, okay, well, let's not be dramatic, right? um, you're very close to achieving your goal. House 9. So I said something about education and travel, and that's house 9. Portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards and wild card. So I really like this. I definitely feel like that two of wands and eight of wands vibe that you have going on in your energy. This makes me feel like this is an encouragement for that, or for you to go towards that. So if you are thinking about traveling, if you are thinking about getting your education for something, if you're thinking about working with a life coach, a guru, a mentor, if you're thinking of becoming one, it's telling you to go for it. It's telling you that if you open this door, you walk through this door that's already open for you, there's going to be more doors within that door that open for you. But it's like you have to walk through that one first. So I think like do the thing that scares you a little bit, or do the thing that you're like, all right, this is kind of wild, but I'm going to do it. I'm not telling you to, go and shoot up drugs and like that's your claim to. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not a goal we're achieving. Okay, like obviously common sense, right? So that's really interesting that that ninth house showed up. There's some kind of spiritual growth that you're getting ready to obtain. But house 9 is a pretty lucky house, so maybe see what you got going on in there. Like right now, I have Venus going through my ninth house. So see what either you have natally there or what's transiting your ninth house right now. And that may give you a little bit of a hint. So thank you so much, Libra. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a pre-recorded reading, or if you want to book a super chat for this live during this live, you can visit me at hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that link as the pinned comment in the chat. Okay. This scum is gross. Okay. You're very welcome. Vanessa, of course. Scorpio, what's going on, Scorpio? So let's go ahead and take a look at your energy. Ooh, a 9 of cups, don't hurt them. You're chilling, you might be spending some alone time. You might be focused on spiritual practices. I'm only saying that because it's Jupiter and Pisces. You can be focused on, kind of being in a little bit of a dream state, maybe indulging a little bit in spiritual practices, or, watching a lot of videos. It just seems like you're very content with whatever it is you're doing. You're focusing on what makes you happy, not what makes everybody else happy, but what makes you happy, what makes you feel content, what brings you joy. It can be a bit of a card of complacency, right? It can be like, okay, well, you see how he's like, you see Sam here from Game of Thrones, and you see he's just kind of folding his arms. He's like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. It's like, okay, well, eventually you're going to need to go somewhere. You're going to need to do something. So right now it's like you're just kind of chilling, you're doing your own thing, you're focusing on you, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that until there is. Scorpio. Well, baby, you better get ready because your co-ruler Pluto is going to hit the fixed signs like a brick, baby. Okay. And I'm one of them. So, if you guys have kind of been doing the same thing for a while, if you felt just kind of like things have been a little monotonous, joyful, right? There's a portion of your life somewhere that's where you feel content and things are cool. But the tower comes in when you haven't moved. The tower comes in when you haven't made a decision. The tower comes in when you haven't progressed forward. It's kind of like use it or lose it, kind of, in a way, is what I'm getting with this. So, like, for instance, right? Let's say you are a dude, and let's say that you have been in a relationship with a woman for 10 years. And she's like, "Are we getting married?" And you're like, "Oh, well, just give it another couple of years. I'm not ready." It's like, okay, well, not to light a fire under your ass, but now somebody may come in and swoop her, you know. And I'm not saying your partner's gonna go and be, but that's like a very obviously dramatic interpretation of that. But think about it kind of something like that. Whether it's a position at work, right? It's like, all right, well, somebody else is gonna take it, or you won't step up to the plate because you're afraid of the power, which you guys are usually not. But, and so it's like, okay, you get knocked down a peg and somebody takes your position and then somebody takes the position that you could have had. It's like something like that. So it's fine to be content, right? And that's fine. But eventually you have to move. It's for your soul's growth, it's for your sense of evolution, right? And then there'll be a time when we're all old and it's just like, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm sitting, right? But for right now, it seems like something's kind of crashing down a little bit, something that may feel very unexpected, but it's for your overall growth. I know nobody wants to hear that. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Well, speaking of the woman that's leaving you, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. There may be a feminine energy in your life who is feeling a little insecure. She may be not doing, or this feminine energy may not be doing very well financially, or this is somebody who's getting a little aggravated with you in some way. They may be kind of releasing their commitment to you. This person can be not as nurturing and loving and kind as they have been. What is going on here? The Seven of Swords. They may feel like you're hiding something, or this person may be getting ready to get the hell out of Dodge. I swear tarot is so funny. But the Seven of Swords can be like, I need to protect myself. I need to. Well, it's not just about self though. It's the Seven of Swords is actually about like the guy on the Seven of Swords in traditional Rider-Waite tarot. He is doing what's best for the good of the group, even if it's taking a huge risk. Okay, so it, it can be like this person, and I don't want to use that like, I don't want you, like, maybe some of you masculine Scorpios have a wife and now you're like, oh my god, is she gonna leave me? I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm just gonna use that example because it's the only thing I can think of, and this video only needs to be so long, right? But it can be like, if this woman that maybe you haven't married, right, for a really long time, and she has kids and you're not really committing and you're just kind of like focused on you and you're not really worried about everybody else, you're just worried about you, and she's like, okay, well, I got to worry about me, I got to worry about my own independence, I got to worry about my kids, and I'm going to have to risk it, but I'm out of here. And obviously another dramatic interpretation, right? But there's somebody in your life who is not feeling content or secure in the work relationship, in the romantic relationship, in the family relationship. So it seems like they're doing something a little bit on the sly to protect themselves and other people that they care about, or maybe something monetary that they care about. If that makes sense? Very specific. The moon in reverse for your advice with the King of Cups in reverse. For my masculines, if you have just been kind of like, you know, blowing smoke, if you just been kind of like darn, 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 because like for instance, right, let's go back to that scenario. Like if you just been promising somebody like empty promises, giving somebody empty promises with no real intent to follow through, this is the time to get real. This is the time to really be honest, not just with someone else or something else or whatever, but with yourself. And it's asking you to show up with empathy. It's asking you to be emotionally mature. For my feminine energies, if you're dealing with a masculine, this can be telling you to trust yourself, to trust what your intuition is telling you, to trust what the people in your life are telling you that you trust, right? As long as you trust them. Because there may be somebody in your life who is kind of like being a little bit of a little bit of smoke and mirrors, okay? And it's asking you to kind of maybe be honest with yourself about that. Step out of your comfort zone. Yin, very opposite energies here. And star family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Interesting. There's somebody here that has a really hard time um uh, trusting in something or listening to their feminine energy, even if they're a masculine. They have a hard time with trust, and not Scorpio. They have a hard time with trust and believing that things are going to work out. And it's asking this person, whether it's you or someone else, it's asking this person to start trusting more, to listen to their gut more, to be more vulnerable. And with that star family, this is saying that it's okay to trust others to help you. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to um, uh, listen to the advice from people that care about you. It's okay to not have it all figured out. But it's about really trusting that the timing is right or something like that. Okay. So thanks, Scorpio. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a pre-recorded reading, or if you want to book a super chat during this live, you can do so at hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that as the pinned comment in the chat box. All right. Now we got Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and take a look. King of Wands in reverse is for your energy this coming week. So not my favorite. You know, for some of you, this can be a masculine energy. So if you're a feminine dealing with a masculine, this can be reverse. But it seems like you're a little bit in your ego this coming week. It's like you want to take the lead, you want to call the shots, you want to tell everybody what's what, you want to feel like you know everything. You don't, you know, it's coming from a place of feeling inadequate or feeling insecure. It's feeling like you got it all figured out, but you really don't. It's a sense of immaturity a little bit, okay? And it's something maybe triggering this part of you, right? We all have that little boy or little girl in there that gets triggered from time to time. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on with you. The star, well, there's hope for you yet, okay? I think that there may be someone or something in your life that is triggering this in you, but I think that there's a realization of said thing. So I think that a lot of you may be healing that part of yourself, because it's like when we do that, right? When we get on our ego is really just insecurity at the end of the day. It's feeling like we have to puff up our chest and feeling like we have to stand taller because just the way we stand normally isn't tall enough, right? Metaphorically speaking. And so I think that there's something in your life that is healing that part of you, is healing that sense of insecurity where you're able to see the forest for the trees a little bit more, and vice versa. And so I think that you're very future focused. I think that you're looking to the future, and I want to get one more for that. The Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're coming undone in a good way. Like you're coming undone in a good way. Like something that's kept you trapped, something that's kept you indecisive, something that's kept you in that internal ego. It's almost it's I don't know how to explain it. It's unwinding you in a way. Does that make sense? So I like that the star is here because it shows me that there's some kind of hope here. The Page of Swords for something that's kind of outside of your control a little bit. So this can be somebody who maybe watching you, maybe talking to you online. This can be somebody who's reaching out to you, somebody who's like curious about you. It can be somebody who is in a class with you. Why is this important? The Six of Pentacles. Ah, I know what this is. For a lot of you, in my opinion, okay, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But for some of you, there's somebody younger than you or somebody who should know less than you, should understand less than you, but doesn't. This to me makes me feel like this is somebody who has a lot to offer. And so, for instance, right, let's say that you're a writer and you're a pretty advanced writer, right? Like you've been writing for like 20 years and you're really, really good and you've been doing it this way and right. And you're decent and you've just kind of kept that rhythm of things. And then you go into a class and you meet somebody who has only been writing for 3 years or somebody who's 10 years younger than you. And like they actually have some solid advice for you. And you're kind of like taken aback a little bit. You're like, well, and for some reason, it may feel like humiliating or it may feel like they served you but they're not. That is not their intention. It seems like they're giving you a solid piece of advice, but you're like taking it really personally, but it's only a projected insecurity. I think we've all been there, but I like that the star is here because it tells me that it's kind of helping you break out of that a little bit. It's almost like softening you a bit. What you need to be doing is the Page of Cups. Some of you need to offer an apology, okay, this week, especially if you react like an idiot, okay? um, not Sag, but Sag, it may be telling you to show up in love, do the right thing, right? Keep it emotionally balanced, don't get crazy, don't take it too serious, right? It's a page, right? Have the best of intentions and understand that I really don't think this person means you harm. I genuinely think that they're trying to offer you something or help. Your commitment is being tested. Square. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, and creative accountability. So, yeah, like I do think that your commitment is being tested, right? Let's say that you are, and a square is a challenge, okay? So it can be that maybe somebody's calling you out in class, not of ill intent, but you may be like, well, I'm not gonna join this class anymore. I'm never gonna go here again. I don't care if they don't, and it's like, it's okay. You don't have to do all that. How committed are you to this writing class, right? To really selling a book or becoming a best-selling author, right? Just a metaphor. And it's asking you to take that accountability for whatever that thing is that you're attempting to create, and don't let a little bit of feedback that you feel like you should have been giving someone else is a reflection of how talented or not talented you are. It's not about that. Okay. We have something to learn from everybody. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, Sagittarius. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a super chat or a pre-recorded reading, like a 2025 tarot prediction, you can go ahead and head on over to hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that in the bio, and you can also find that as the pinned comment in the chat box. And if you type in Violetta 20 for any full personal readings, then you can get 20% off. There's only 10 of those coupons available. Okay. Oh, that's awesome, Ajar. All right, Cappy, let's go ahead and see what you have going on here. Ooh, the lovers. I love this. Lori, you are the master timestamper, Rick. Damn, Capricorn. What do you got going on? All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, the lovers. I mean, this is fantastic. This can represent a couple of things. So, for some of you, obviously, the obvious one, this can represent a love in your life that is very rare or something that you feel like you've never really experienced before. This is ultimate connection and understanding of morals and values and great communication. And it's that strong commitment. It's that being there for one another. Now, for others of you, this can be like a huge life altering positive decision that you're getting ready to make next week for yourself. Let's see what it's about. Ooh. Well, some of you are leaving someone for someone else. Okay. I just got to come out and say it. Some of you are doing that. Okay. Some of you may feel like there's a connection that it just makes more sense to you, or it can be that, you're deciding to walk away from something that is an illusion, that you feel like is an illusion. But it's interesting because that 8 of Cups is walking towards this. That's toasty and testy. I gotta get one more for that. Ooh. Careful of this. Careful of this, because you might find, for some of you, if you're in a situation like this, you may find somebody, but you are having a really hard time letting go of someone else. Okay. Let me just see. What's that death card? Ooh, this is heavy, Capricorn. Oh, there's that Pluto, huh? Last degree, anaretic. The anaretic degree. Well, a lot of you are walking away from somebody who can't change, somebody who you can't trust, or somebody who can't trust you. And you may be making a very big decision that is not easy, that feels like you're very alone in a way, but it's leading to the lovers for some of you. Okay. And it doesn't have to be about love, but I see the Queen of Cups here. I see the lovers here. Outside of your control is the 9 of Swords and the Devil in reverse. That Pluto has had no mercy on y'all, huh? Okay. There may be somebody in your life who really stresses you out, okay? Or somebody who is stressed out by you. And this is somebody who may realize that there's something toxic about themselves, something that's toxic about you, something that's toxic about the connection. But it almost feels in a way like a repetitive cycle. But what I will say, okay? What I will say is that for some of you, this can be about the same person, okay? This feels like love to me. Sorry for the Capricorns that are not looking for love, but this feels like love to me. So if this is not your read, check your other placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. But for some of you, if you're this Queen of Cups in reverse and you having these constant trust issues, maybe, that you realize is stressing out somebody else in your life, and they're realizing that, like they're realizing your toxic behaviors, you may be actually walking away from that and making the decision to make a decision based around your higher self, like allowing your higher self to make some kind of decision of you to let go of some kind of trust issue that you realize maybe has nothing to do with this connection. For others of you, it truly is that there's somebody in your life who is stressing you out to no end. Okay. That's stressing you out to no end and you can't handle it anymore, to be honest. Right. It can be that this person has addictions. It can be it can't, I don't know, maybe it's a family member. I mean, I don't know, but it's somebody who's like, something about their mental health is not good. But they have an awareness of that, which is great. I love that the devil's in reverse. Thank God, because it's like there's an awareness of that. So maybe there's like a big conversation with that Lovers there, because that's Gemini energy about that specifically. I guess I don't need to do that. What you need to be doing is the Temperance and the Five of Swords. This is about being okay and being at peace with whichever way it goes. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, this is telling you that you need to stay in alignment. You need to focus on your spiritual and or religious practices. You need to focus on your education, or you need to focus on whatever is bringing you balance in your life. And it's also asking for patience. I don't know if it's patience with this person. I don't know if it's like, hey, this is the love of your life. They just have some mental issues. I have no idea, but it's asking for patience. Okay. And sometimes, you know, things are just a loss, and it doesn't mean that you have to lose something forever, or you know it's the end all be all, but it's telling you that you need to have a very like Jupiterian perspective of things, the higher mind, you know, staying optimistic, things like that. And so that's what it's kind of telling you to do. Man, these readings are backhanding me this evening. Conclusions are within reach. Chiron. Karmic relationships. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. I have that song Wildflower in my by Billie Eilish. Wow, okay. I think that with this full moon eclipse card and then Chiron here, there are definitely going to be some wounds that surface and or resurface. And it's saying that there's going to be some conflict in regards to some kind of connection that you have, but there's a reason. There's a reason why you have connected with said person. There's a reason why there's been conflict. There's something here that you're supposed to learn about relationships, about yourself, and about how you relate to others and how you relate to self. And it's about keeping the balance and keeping the peace and keeping a level head and focusing on the way that your higher mind would make a decision, focusing on the silver lining, the optim. It doesn't mean that you have to stay with somebody or anything like that, especially if they're like beating you or something. Like, please obviously call the cops, right? But you know what I'm saying. So man, these readings are kind of kicking my ass a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Thanks, Capricorn. I hope everything works out. I also hope that you won't mind to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to book a pre-recorded reading or you want to book a super chat for this live, you can do so by visiting hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that information in the description box below. And you can also find it as the pinned comment in the chat box. If you do want to book a pre-recorded reading, you can do so. And at checkout, you can put in the code Violetta20 for 20% off. Yeah, it can be about how we relate to our mother. It can be about the influence that she had on us. It can be about how she formed our personalities. It can be about who she was, how she acted, her emotional state, right? Um, you know, I think that like with me, my moon is in my first house, and my mom had a huge influence on my personality and how I see men, how I see the world, kind of, and how I also respond to stressful situations. Although I've learned how to temper that quite a bit, she has influenced my personality a great deal. I look like my father, act like my mother. Mhm. The sex is toxic, but relationship is healthy. Sounds good to me, but I'm also a Venus and Scorpio, so don't take my advice. What's up, Selena? Oh my God, long time no see. I'm so sorry. I just saw that. What's up, Turquoise? Oh my God, Turquoise. I haven't seen you forever. It's nice to see you. Hi. I don't know, Vanessa. I'm not sure. That Gemini one kind of stood out to me for some reason. Alrighty. Right, Lori? Yeah. For some reason, that one sticks out to me. All right, we got my Aquarians. I hope you're ready for Pluto. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, speaking of the devil, King of Swords in reverse. So this can be for my masculine Aquarians. This can definitely be like you gaslighting somebody, you know, you kind of weaponizing your intelligence in some way. This can be, abuse of power in some cases. It's somebody who doesn't really play fair, somebody who acts like they're doing something for the good of the group, but really it's all for selfish reasons. So I can certainly see that. For some of you, you're just not saying shit, okay? You haven't made a decision about something. You may be feeling a little mentally drained as well. For some of you, I'm kind of getting that. Let's see what the other card is. The 10 of Wands. Okay. So it can be with that 10 of Wands that you are feeling mentally drained. It seems like you have a lot of responsibilities, and while you're handling it well, I want you to make sure that you're taking care of your mental health. To be honest, you could be really feeling like you need some time to yourself. You need some time to focus on yourself. For others of you, you are gaslighting somebody else about how much effort. I noticed that a lot of masculine energy is showing up tonight. Have you guys noticed that? I feel like a lot of the energies have been like masculine, like a lot of the reads have been like towards masculine energy. It's kind of interesting. So for some of you, you're gaslighting somebody else about how much effort you actually put in. So for instance, like let's say that you're living with somebody, or let's not use the romantic thing, right? Let's say that you have an office job, and like one day I don't know, what do they do in office jobs? Like one day you took out a trash bin or something, right? And like you boasted about it, and somebody was like, telling you that you didn't do that great of a job, and you're like, well, I wiped off the counter in the kitchen in the cafeteria that one time, like whatever. That was a fucking terrible example. God, please. But to me, it can be that. It can be you kind of acting like you're doing more than you actually are. For others of you, it's just like you're not saying shit. You're just putting in the work. You're doing what it is that you need to do. You clearly have a lot on your plate, and that's it. It's like, you know how they say, don't talk about it, be about it? It's like you're being about it. Okay. So it can really go both ways. You'll know which side you're on. The Knight of Pentacles. Well, there's the hardworking coworker. Okay, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that's looking at you and maybe like shaking their finger, right? It's like you're carrying a big load with that 10 of Wands, right? You're taking on a lot of responsibility, or for some of you, you're gaslighting others into making them think that you took on more responsibility than you actually have, depending upon which side you're on. And you have somebody here who is actually like really busting their ass, okay? There's somebody here who's taking action. Can be a coworker, can be a partner, but it's somebody who's really taking their time doing something, trying to make sure that they're doing it right. Ooh, two action cards. What are they doing? The Three of Pentacles. So I feel like this might be positive, okay? This actually might be positive. This feels like a work situation. I think that you have people in your life that are bringing a lot to the table. They're working with you amicably. It seems like you and these other people are on the same page. They're trying to help you out, is what it looks like. So even if it's like a project, like maybe you have a big project to do, and they're like, oh, like I want to get on this, or can I help you out and like learn from you a little bit and kind of get under your wing? And you're like, yeah, sure, or vice versa, or whatever. But I feel like you're the one that's carrying the buttload of the responsibility, so to speak. It can't even be like your children at home trying to help you out a little bit, or whatever, because daddy or mommy's got to work a lot, and so they're cleaning up the kitchen for you. Who knows, right? But it feels more of a work situation. So I actually feel like this is a positive. I don't feel like this is a negative. This looks pretty positive. It seems like you have people who believe in something that you're doing or believe in you in one way or another. The Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength card. I love this energy. This is telling you not to fear something. So I feel like with the Five of Pentacles in the upright can definitely talk about like fearing of not being enough, fearing being abandoned, fearing of, not doing enough, not having enough, not being enough, not becoming enough. And it's like telling you to get out of your head about that. I think more than anything, I think with that strength card, it's telling you to be confident in your abilities and what you have going on and try to refrain from any kind of negative thinking. And don't be afraid to ask for help as well. Okay. There's strength in asking for help, right? It's like, the other day I went and got groceries and I had a bunch of bags in my hand and I had the kids with me and my kids are at 12 and the other one's about to turn 11 in December and I'm like I'm carrying all the freaking bags, right? And they're just like, "Oh, mommy, can I help?" And I'm like, "Sure, just let me open the door," right? And I'm like, "Why didn't I just ask them to help? Like, why was there shame in that? Like, why, you know what I mean? Why couldn't I just ask instead of carrying my stupid ass all the way up them stairs looking like a damn idiot, right?" So don't be afraid to ask for help. Balance spirituality and practicality. Capricorn. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Interesting. So balance spirituality and practicality. So a lot of you are focused more on practical matters, doing your due diligence, busting your ass, etc. Okay, so there can be a lot of that. And while that's all well and good, it's still asking you to take care of your mental health, still asking you to take care of your body, make sure you're meditating or going to church or whatever the hell it is that you do, right? Making sure that you are taking initiative in regards to that as well. There may be something that you're learning here, like we all are. And I think that it's interesting that it says Earth School, and then we have Capricorn here. Pluto's about to move out of Capricorn, and go into your sign. I feel like that's like, hey, get ready, kind of giving you not like a warning, but a little like, two thumbs up of encouragement a little bit for you. So I think that you are getting ready to take on a little bit more responsibility than maybe you're prepared for, but I feel like you'll be fine. So I feel like it's also telling you that you can do this. So thank you so much, Aquarius. If you want to book a personal reading or if you want to book a super chat during this live, you can do so at hypsee.com/Violetta Alexis. You can find that in the description box below, or you can find that in the chat box as the pinned comment. Exactly, Kinez. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Lady Anne? Oh no, lady, really? Yeah, see, I hate to like always make it about love, right? It's like so cliche, but a lot of the times it is. So, and obviously apply it as you may. All right, let's look at Pisces. My poor Pisces with the Saturn in there and the Neptune retrograde. I know you guys have been going through it. I love you. Okay, let me actually turn off the AC for once. It's actually a little chilly in here, so I'll be right back. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Jake, of course. Alrighty. Pisces, let's go ahead and take a look at what you have going on here. Energy, Page of Pentacles in reverse. You might not really be feeling like putting in the effort. Saturn retrograde, right? So Page of Pentacles in reverse can definitely talk about you purposely missing an opportunity. Maybe you're taking an opportunity from somebody else. It can also talk about like mass manipulation, right? As small as it looks, but it can talk about serious manipulation. It can talk about black magic, things like that if you want to get like, woofy foofy or whatever about it. But Page of Pentacles in reverse can be like, I don't really want to put an effort into this anymore. I just don't got it in me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to learn it. I don't want to put any more energy or money into whatever this thing is or any more effort into it. The Three of Wands in reverse. Why? The Nine of Okay. Relax. Well, maybe not. I think you're doing a lot of that already, but all right. So, for my Pisces for next week at least, right? This is kind of what I'm seeing. It feels like something that you waited for didn't come in, didn't make it to shore, didn't make it to the dock, right? And you're like, fuck it, I'm done, right? Excuse my language. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. throwing your hands up in the air. You're not doing it anymore, not putting in the effort. Bye, have a nice day, or don't care, right? You could definitely see how it's Saturn being in someone's first house, you know, but with that 9 of Pentacles, you're like, I'm just focused on me, right? It's like you're to be eccentric about it, but this is like, I want to relax. I don't want to put effort into this thing anymore that's already clearly disappointing or that I know is going to be disappointing. And the 9 of Pentacles is just basically saying like, I'm focused on me, I'm chilling. You know, I'm not putting in any more effort. I'm in my femme era, you know, I'm in my soft girl era or a soft boy era or whatever, and I'm just going to enjoy the fruits of my labor and that's it, because whatever this is, not doing it. So it seems like you're receptive to things coming in, but you're not going to go after them. You're not going to chase it, him, she, whatever it may be, okay? You're not going to do it. And it seems like it's coming from a place of frustration, but then you're just kind of like woosah, not even worried about it. So I don't know what's I don't know who or what pissed in your Cheerios this week, but it's coming. Ace of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. All right, I'm gonna have to pull one more. Ah, you know what it is? Somebody's taking too long. That's what it feels like. Like it seems like there's something in your life, and it doesn't have to be a person, but there's something in your life where you're being delivered news or something or someone or something online, something that you're hearing or reading is relaying some kind of information to you about an investment. It can be financial, but it doesn't have to be, okay? It can be about a job, it can be about a relationship. You're waiting for something to actually start moving, to get to the 8 of Pentacles, right? Which is the standard, right? You're waiting for something to reach standard, and it's not. And it's the Fool in reverse can represent a few things, but in this particular predicament next to the 7 of Pentacles, the Fool in reverse makes me feel like there's something that is not starting. There's, if it's a person, like they're not doing the trust fall with you. They're not trusting, they're not leaping in. They're just like, well, I don't know, I'm not sure, you know. Like, even if you're like a wedding planner or something, you're like, hey, this is my price, and they're like, okay, well, that's a little pricey, let me think about it. And you're like, okay, I'm giving you a week, and then you contact them and they're like, oh, well, you know, I think I just still need a little bit of time. I think I can come up with half the deposit. And you're like, oh my God, just forget it. Like, you can't afford this, you know? Logicals, right? So I'm not saying that's what it is, but it's like someone is not reaching the standard or something hasn't hit yet to your standard. Ace of Wands in reverse for your advice, with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I want to say, for some reason, I'm getting don't burn any bridges with this, because something might actually come full circle. Okay, so don't burn any bridges is what I want to say. Don't allow this to demotivate you. I think with that 10 of Pentacles in reverse and you showing up as the 9 of Pentacles, I also feel like it's telling you not to miss the mark just because you get frustrated with something. So for instance, if maybe like you have no idea that you have actually met the love of your life, and you feel like they're taking too much time to pop the question, or you feel like they're taking too much time to invest in you in a certain way or to be vulnerable with you, and like, absolutely, like, stick to your standard. I'm not saying anything, but if you're showing up as the 9 of Pentacles and this person's showing up the 7 of Pentacles, there's the 8 of Pentacles that's missing, right? That's going to bridge the gap. That's the standard, that's the effort that's being put in. And so you may be like, well, I'm over here, come get me when you need me, but it's also saying you don't know what could come of something. So while I think that you should still keep to your standard, absolutely, it's telling you also not to let that sway you completely from something or someone, maybe, or don't lose your motive. Don't lose sight of the bigger goal, whatever that means for you guys. Your dreams need a practical plan. Fixed. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. This is always the one that I never remember what it means. This is the one. Oh my God, I have lip gloss in here. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. Nobody cares. All right, let's see. So it says for this card, when we rely on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. And when we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. Yeah, so basically this is saying kind of what I said already. So this is saying to not burn the bridges, not try to force something, right? And I don't think that you are, but don't burn the bridges, okay? I think that when it comes to whatever this is, when it says your dreams need a practical plan, it's really interesting that the full moon in Taurus, this is a full moon in Taurus card, and today is the full moon in Taurus. So see where that's happening in your chart, because this might give you some kind of hint in regards to whatever this is. um I think that I feel like it's what I said. Don't lose sight of the bigger picture of something. Don't lose sight of the ultimate goal, and don't burn any bridges on your way there. Okay? And I want to say, like, stay on par with the path. Like, don't just like throw your hands up in the air and throw something all away because you think that something is not gonna meet the standard. Now, I'm not saying like a man that's just been, you know, how do I say this eloquently, that has been intimate with you for 10 years and hasn't even gotten in a relationship with you, and I'm like, "Oh, well, just wait it out." No, there's no more waiting for that. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not the story. Okay? Apply this to not that story, okay? But you'll know what I mean if this resonates for you. Thank you so much, Pisces. I really appreciate it. All right, time to do super chats. Aw, Kenneth, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Lady Ann's kind of cracking me up, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so let's do this. Alrighty. All right, let's see. We got my girl Paris. Hi Violetta, I'm sure I'll see you live, but I have a quick one. Ended up connecting with Cancer this weekend. Would like to know feelings and actions after reconnect Saturday. Okay, show me his feelings. High Priestess, Nine of Swords in reverse, the Tower. Well, not to get in your business, but if you guys were intimate, he definitely enjoyed it. There's definitely this feeling of him being drawn to you in a way that feels very sexual, maybe a little mysterious. And with that Tower energy, that can be Mars. So it's making me, and with combined with the High Priestess, is very much making me feel like there's something a little sexual here. The Nine of Swords in reverse, it seems like he's maybe feeling a little insecure about something, but he's kind of like, ah, no, like I got it in the bag, or she likes me, or something like that, maybe. But he definitely may feel like something surprised him, or something feels like it's kind of crashing a little bit. Maybe not in a bad way. Not really sure. His actions towards you: Ten of Cups in reverse, Six of Swords, and the Devil. Well, I don't see a whole lot of emotional support, or potentially even a sense of emotional maturity. I'm wondering if with that tower, I don't know what that tower is. I don't know if it's like he has some kind of revelation that something needs to change, or that something has changed. The High Priestess, the Devil, very sexual. Even the Tower can be, depending upon what cards are surrounding it. But with that Six of Swords to the Devil, it makes me feel like he's potentially moving on, or even trying to resolve something with you through sexual intimacy. Okay. Um, let's see. You got adjustments are required. House 10 and activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you led. So, you know, interesting because I feel like you've gotten the House 10 card a lot, especially when you first started getting super chats from me. There may be something in regards to how you're showing up that is giving him the impression that you want something a certain way or that you're willing to put up with something or something like that. So, it's telling you to be cautious of how you're showing up in public places or how you're representing yourself in some way and making sure that that aligns with who you are and like what you truly want in one way or another. And I also want to say like I feel like you have more power in this situation than you may realize. Thank you so much. All right. We got Lucine, Taurus here, no contact with my Gemini. His current feelings, thoughts. Thanks, love, and have a fab day. Thanks, baby. Let's see his current feelings. Okay. Oof, damn. This person may still have feelings for you, may be in love with you. He may feel like you're not really paying attention. With that Empress there, he could feel like you're kind of the creme de la, right? The creme de la creme in some kind of way. And there's some emotions there. He may not be expressing them. The King of Cups doesn't always express his emotions, but he's emotionally mature enough to accept and understand that they're there. And so, I mean, there's definitely an attraction here. Two of Swords, the Magician. He's not really sure what to do. I feel like with that Two of Swords, he's kind of procrastinating in regards to manifesting something or putting his power into action when it comes to the two of you for whatever reason. Could be due to insecurities, but I don't know. That Magician makes me feel like he's not that insecure about it. Seems like he's just not really sure what to do. Then we have my girl Anna. How do I go about the relationship with Jay, the Capricorn? I have been having problems with this man for a while now. Thank you. Sure. Let me see. What does she need to do um, that will give her the best result for what she wants? So I want to say, right, with that Two of Cups, the Temperance in reverse, and the Seven of Swords, if you are trying to love this person into changing, right, if you are trying to show up in a way where you are like overly loving to this person. Not saying that you shouldn't be loving to people. That's not what I'm saying. But like, how do I say this? It's kind of like when I saw this video the other day and it was these parents and this mom and dad and there was this little kid there and the mom was like, "Okay, honey, come on, it's time to go to bed." And he was like, "No, bleh," right? She was like, "Sweetie, please, I really need you to go to bed." And he was like, "Man, no." And the dad came in and was like, "Get your ass into bed." And he went right into bed. Sometimes the former works, right? But not always. So it's like trying to love somebody into changing, realizing that their love was not, your love is not changing them in the first place. More of giving them something that they're not respecting. Not saying he doesn't respect your love. I don't know the situation, but giving him something more of what he doesn't respect anyway, or what he's not valuing, or whatever it may be, is not going to help you meet the mark. You have the Page of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Death in reverse. I feel like this is kind of maybe you needing to seek out other resources. I don't know if they mean therapy. I don't know if they mean financially with that Six of Pentacles, but I feel like it's telling you to take a step in a direction that maybe you're not necessarily confident about. It can't even be about starting over because it can be saying that something is never going to change with that death card in reverse. You know, so whether it's like needing financial help or needing help from other feminine energies or whatever it may be, it's telling you not to be scared to ask for it. Okay, I don't know why it's telling me that. A fiery climax approaches. Cancer, be careful of like fights in the home, weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. I feel like this person is maybe projecting some kind of mommy issues or childhood issues onto you in some kind of way. And until this person heals whatever that is in his past, he may not be able to be a healthy partner or a healthy person, even for himself. So it makes me feel like something may end up getting a little bit worse, as crappy as that sounds, but that fiery climax approaches. That's going to make you feel very overly emotional. It's giving me Mars and Cancer energy, which can be very like passive aggressive. It can turn you into a person you don't want to become, and it's saying that you're carrying too much. You're carrying too much because this person is allowing themselves to project something onto you, or they're not changing, or whatever it may be. Thank you, Anna. I hope that you're okay. We got Faye. Hi, hey V, will you please give me a reading on what's coming towards me? Thanks. Absolutely. Let's see. What's coming towards Faye within the next 3 months? Four of Swords in reverse. Here, let me just open this up here. Uh, Yikes. Four of Swords in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, Five of Wands. 0 out of 10. And obviously that sounds crappy, but this is making me think of somebody who needs their ego stroked, somebody who needs to rile up people around them or start drama or something because they need some kind of attention focus on them. A little maybe narcissistic. I'm not saying that they're narcissistic, but it reminds me of like narcissistic kind of behavior. And it's making me feel like this is somebody who is incredibly unhealed. And I don't know why they're trying to start a fight with you or trying to start an argument. It definitely feels like it's coming from a place of ego. It's coming from somebody who's being very childish in a way. Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, thank God. Wheel of Fortune, we love that. The Ace of Pentacles, I love this. So with that Five of Swords in reverse, I feel like you smell the manipulation from a mile away, or you get the vibes, like you catch on to whatever it is. And to me, this is you kind of just like, yeah, no, I know what this is. I don't need to deal with it, right? So it's almost like you're ordering from the menu of the universe. So the universe is like, hey, would you like this drama, right? We're bringing to your, and you're like, no, 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 I don't want that. I want the filet, right? And so because you reject that, the universe or God brings you something else entirely. And I feel like with that Wheel of Fortune, you're just kind of letting go and letting God. And I feel like you're getting some kind of positive karma, and it can be a financial opportunity. It can be an opportunity to travel. It can be an opportunity to make money overseas. It can be some kind of opportunity within an educational or travel kind of dynamic, or a religious or spiritual dynamic. But with that Ace of Pentacles, it's a seed that you can plant in the ground. It's something that can lead to legacy wealth if you want it. Don't let your past hold you back. Mutable. Yeah, this is about going with the flow. You don't have to deal with people from the past anymore. You don't have to deal with people that remind you of people from your past anymore that have held you back. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. I kind of want to say like this isn't the time to mess around about something. I feel like you are at the table. The universe is trying to offer you things, and you either need to say yes or no. And so whether that's people, whether that's opportunities, whatever it is, you kind of need to call the shots in this regard, okay? So it's really up to you at the end of the day. Thank you. And I know that you're a Taurus, so I hope that you are feeling this Taurus full moon. I know us Taurus placements don't really care for that Uranian energy very much, but here we go, right? All right, let's see. We got my girl Kelly. Why am I still single? What's blocking love from coming in for me? Uh Going out of your comfort zone, um, dating people that are not like other people that you've dated. This can also be about, maybe you've just been trying dating apps and it hasn't been working. Stop trying the thing that isn't working, because it's going to continue not to work. It's not for you, right? So it's asking you, so maybe you need to get out of your city. Maybe you need to get out of your hometown. Maybe you need to I don't know, get off the apps and go into, I don't know, a really nice establishment at the Hilton, right? Find your rich man. I don't know, right? I'm just kidding. Yeah, Eight of Swords in reverse. It's telling you that you have more decisions to make, or you have more options available to you, but you're not seeing them because you may be stuck on tunnel mode about like where you've been, like the hamster wheel kind of. The Three of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Why did I heard give up too easily? Okay, I'm not sure what that's about. I don't think that was for you. Three of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. It's like still holding on to wounds that you wear on your sleeve and you don't realize that you wear them on your sleeve. And it's like you give in to them. And what I could mean by this is, for instance, let's say that you have really hello. You have really bad words are hard. You have really bad boundaries, and you've always had bad boundaries, right? For an example. And so you're like, this time I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let this man or this person, whatever sex you're like, I don't pretend to know. And you're like, I'm not going to let somebody do this to me again. And then you go out on a date and you can see it like leading up to that, right? You can feel it. You can feel it, and you're just like, okay, well, you give in and you just let it happen, right? Like, I don't know, they try to touch your butt or something like that on the front. I don't know, right? Just an example. And you let it happen again. And it's like, why do you keep giving in to the same kind of people that do the same kind of thing? What is it about you that allows that? Right? Is it a lack of self-respect? Is it a lack of self-worth? Do you feel like this is the only way that you can? And I'm not saying that's what it is, right? Whatever the Three of Swords in reverse is for you, stop giving into that thing. Thank you, Kelly. We got Kelly again. Who's coming in love for me before the end of this year? Could be a younger Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Be careful because I feel like they may. Okay. And maybe somebody you meet online. And maybe somebody that you meet in a local neighborhood, and maybe somebody that texts you, maybe they text you on accident, and then like, it's they text the wrong number and then you guys hook up. I don't know. Maybe you meet this person through friends. You can meet somebody through networking, some kind of social circle, or in your local neighborhood, in a class, maybe something like that. And it seems like this, it could also be at work, okay, with that Eight of Pentacles. And it seems like whoever this is, they're pretty gung ho on like self mastery and working, and they are the standard. I want you to be careful of this Queen of Wands in reverse because I feel like that might be you. It seems like this person could be the perfect match for you. But I feel like because of that Three of Swords in reverse, because of either A, jealousy, B, anger issues, C, a shame of who you are, a shame of your past, something where you're caring too much about what this person thinks, what other people think, or there is some kind of jealousy, or there is some kind of insecurity, or there is some kind of pent up rage or anger or frustration where you may miss the mark. And so what I want to say is this person could really be great, but you got to flip that Queen of Wands in reverse in the upright. Okay. So think about the last super chat that I just said and kind of focus on those things and those things may kind of help. I don't know if that makes sense. Thank you, Kelly. All right, we got my girl. Wow, looking absolutely lovely, Miss Simone. I'm a Virgo dealing with another Sun in Virgo, possible Aries moon. We work together. I feel he's playing mind games with me, and communication sucks ass. Just want to know why the games. Well, let's see what his intentions really are with you. What are his intentions with Simone? Oh, no. I don't think that this is somebody that has the same morals or values as you. I think that this is somebody who's a little bit of a live wire. I think this is somebody who likes to rebel just to rebel. I think this is the rebel without a cause. I think that this person is shaky. I think this person is inconsistent. I don't think this person is stable emotionally. I think this person is just sporadically walking away and coming back maybe or whatever, but there's not like a commitment here. Um, why the games? Because he knows it ruffles your feathers. It probably feeds his ego or something. He probably feels sorry for himself, or he probably has some mommy issue, or maybe he's sad about himself, or what he looks like, or who knows, right? And it may make him get out of that headspace when he sees you getting upset about something, or he feels like you're getting upset over him, like an ego boost for him. That's what I feel. So I don't like that. Thank you so much, Simone. We got my girl Jennifer. I met someone recently and we have great chemistry. His name is David, Cancer sign. I would like to know if he will be pursuing me soon. Let me see. What are his intentions with Jennifer? Okay. I need more. Yikes. So not my favorite, right? Not my favorite. Got the world in reverse. So it shows me that he's not done with you, so to speak. There's something open-ended that he may want to revisit with you. He may want to talk to you. But I feel like he's kind of out for himself a little bit. I feel like he's out for his own ego. He's very selfish. I think he's emotionally immature. I don't think he's very serious, if I'm being totally 100% honest with you. It may be that he has like a child or family that's kind of draining him a little bit. Okay. It can be that. But I don't know. I don't particularly like that they're all in reverse. I don't like that the sun is in reverse. I definitely don't like that the page of cups is in reverse, because it can show somebody who hasn't quite mastered their own emotions. Isn't somebody who's quite matured to that level yet. Does that make sense? So I just be cautious of that. We got Jake. Oh, cool picture. Very cool. Recovering toddler. Eater of food, drinker of beverages. I enjoy breathing in and out, sometimes simultaneous. Introvert trying to be an extrovert, trying to be an introvert again. Also pizza. Trailblazing one saddle at a time. So herein lies my question. Definitely the most interesting super chat I have ever heard. Love the recovering toddler. Felt that. Am I investing my time in something that just isn't for me? Love you, Violetta. You're the yin to my yang, girl. Stay amazing. Home slice. Aw, let me see. Um, what happens if Jake keeps investing in this? You could be kind of sad. You could be having a hard time feeling like there's not a silver lining. You could be feeling like something is unjustified or something is not reciprocal, or you're not getting an equal measure of something that you feel like you're offering in some way. Is this for him? What is this? The Queen of Cups tells me that there's some kind of mutual reception here. Like there's some kind of mutual love, or there's some kind of mutual respect or mutual understanding. The Six of Cups in reverse, though, can talk about somebody needing to grow up or get over some kind of grudge, or, somebody needing to reach some kind of level of emotional maturity. I don't know if that's you, recovering toddler. Okay. I don't know if it's this person, but it's showing me that there's a mutual reception. There's an energy of either love or sensitivity to your emotions, or if this is not about a person per se, this can be about maybe something that you have love for, that can give back in return, but it may be saying that you're needing to see something as a gift, or there may need to be a bigger offer with something, because you think about the Five of Cups, right? And she's focused on the three empty cups. And it's like, yeah, but there's two other full cups here that you need to focus on, right? And I don't know what that is specifically for you, but it's probably telling you to focus on those things. And I don't know what this is specifically. So it's kind of hard for me to kind of tell you, but that's what I got. I hope that that makes sense. It can also be focusing too much on the past isn't going to get you anywhere. I don't know. Thanks so much. I almost said John. Oh my God. Because of your Johnson name. Thanks, Jake. Sarah, hi Violetta. How does he feel about me at this time and our connection? Thank you. Let me see. How does he feel about her? Oh, um, he's like there. He's like, okay, I'm balancing this. But he can feel like something is unrequited, or he can feel like you guys aren't really on the same page about morals, values, commitments, something like that. It can also be as shitty as it is. Now, if you know that this is not even a possibility, don't worry about it. But sometimes this can talk about somebody juggling. Okay, maybe he thinks that you're juggling, but this can talk about somebody kind of juggling a little bit and not really being sure which to choose, but kind of handling them both. So be careful of that. It can't just be that he keeps going back and forth in regards to what he wants between the two of you as well. Um, What about the connection as a whole? The Hangman, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. He's kind of like sitting back and just trying to kind of like put his hands up, right? Like, okay, let's see what happens, trying to gain perspective. I think he's willing to make sacrifices and take chances as well. So I think that's good. But it's definitely, it seems very indecisive. It seems indecisive, but like still wanting to show up, if that makes sense. Thank you so much, Sarah. Then we have Bellin. I'm a Pisces, sun female. I met someone I thought I really hit it off with. His name is blank. I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't know if you want me to. Earth sign. He had asked to hang out this weekend, last weekend, and I'm getting crazy mixed signals. Can you look into his intentions, feelings for me? Sure. Show me the intentions with her. The moon in reverse and the star. Show me the feelings. Okay. I think that there's a fear here. There's a little bit of a fear here. There's a moon in reverse and the star. I like that the star is here because it tells me that there may be something about you that's healing to him. He may have hope within the connection, but there may be some kind of fear that he hasn't yet revealed to you, or he may never reveal to you. But it seems like he may be kind of keeping that hidden. I like that the star is there. Now, the feelings, the Queen of Pentacles, he may feel like your wife material. He may feel like your girlfriend material. He may even feel like you're somebody that he can build with in some way, or that he can build for, right? Depending on what kind of man he is. But that Ten of Swords in reverse makes me wonder if he's either fearing that you're still overcoming something and he doesn't know if he wants to get involved with that, or he's still overcoming something else that you have no idea about, or maybe you do, but it shows me that he hasn't overcome something yet, but he may be ready to, or he may feel like you haven't, but you may be ready to, because that star is there. So it tells me that he has this, I have an intention to heal through this person or heal this person. I have hope with said person. Okay. Even though there is fear there. I hope that that makes sense. So I think that if he gets, excuse my French, but I think if he gets his thumb out of his ass, I think that maybe, but he has to overcome some kind of fear, or if he's still overcoming something else, like some kind of ending or a death in the family, he's going to have to overcome that first in order to even have his head in the game. You know what I mean? Thank you, Bellin. We have LaShonda. I'm LaShonda. I'm 34. I've been seeing this guy and everything was great until it wasn't. He just ghosted me out of nowhere, and I'm trying to understand if I should be patient or let him go. First time meeting in person was this past weekend, even though we've known each other for almost 10 years on social media. I'm a Scorpio, so we are impulsive. LOL, I want it to work out, but I'm unsure if it will. I had a read stated this guy was the one who will make me happy and exactly what I want, but I don't see it being true anymore. Okay. What is this guy's feelings for her? Well, the judgment would be your major arcana. So, he may feel like there's a big judgment call or a big decision that he needs to make in regards to you. The judgment can talk about reconciliation. It's one of the few that I believe actually is considered as reconciliation. So the judgment is about bringing something back that kind of died, right? So to speak. And so he may feel like he needs to take initiative in regards to that if he wants anything to happen. But he may also have other things going on in his life, because the emperor is like, I have bigger fish to fry. I have huge things, right? Not saying you're not important, but it seems like that's still there in the background. So there's something big he may be dealing with, a lot of responsibilities. I don't know if he has kids or a business or whatever he has going on, but that's kind of what it makes me feel like. But there's still this desire or passion or desire to take the initiative to reconcile. What does he want with her? Can I be totally honest with you? It kind of makes me feel like he wants his cake and wants to eat it too, a little bit. Okay. Um, with that 7 of Cups, this can be like, I want to explore my options, right? And I want to see, this can be like a competitive energy. I want to see who's the best for me. And he can put you in a competitive situation, whether you realize it or not. So just be cautious with that. Okay. So he may want his cake and eat it too. And he may feel like reconciling with you would be a big decision because he may feel like in order to have you, he would need to show up like the emperor. Well, what is the emperor? It's all of the cards. It's all of the kings combined. He is the king of pentacles. He is the king. So he may feel like that would be, he would have to step up in some way in order to be that. Cause he may feel like you're in your high vibrational energy or something like that. Thank you, LaShonda. Paris. So I guess I'd like to know, is he actually going to be reaching out? Is he actually going to reach out? Show me the next couple of weeks. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Swords. I think it'll come in quick. The Knight of Swords is very quick, so I will say yes within the next two weeks, 2-3 weeks, something like that. But I don't like the King of Pentacles in reverse. It's not showing me a whole lot of stability. There may be ulterior motives. There may be something. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. The Hermit in reverse. Okay, well, it's a super stubborn energy. It's like I'm talking, right? Because you think about the Eight of Wands, it's quick communication. So is the Knight of Swords, taking action. But you think about the King of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy, which is cardinal energy. But when you look at like the opposite of cardinal, it's like I'm not moving, right? It's almost fixed. Not saying fixed energy doesn't take action, but cardinal takes action. And it's kind of like it's almost as if he's throws the line out there and then waits for you to hook, line, and sink them, and then he reels it back. Does that make sense? So he's not like jumping in the water, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. And it's making me feel like there's a little bit of a lack of self-awareness here. I think it feels like he's kind of coming out of hiding in some way. He may ask you to go have drinks if that's something that you're into, right? I look at the 9 of Cups and I look at the 4 of Wands, and that's like, come over and let's have some drinks, or come over and let me cook you dinner. Or, but I think with that 9 of Cups, it's going to be about what he wants. It's going to be about, so with that King of Pentacles in reverse, this can represent somebody who may be kind of utilizing somebody for something. Okay. And I don't know what that is specifically, but it seems like it's more so about him than it is about the two of you. Emotions are running high. House 7. Wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So it's interesting with the emotions are running high, supermoon. We're on a supermoon right now. House 7. I want to say kind of focus on your other relationships, okay? I don't know. I'm not talking about romantic per se, but I don't know, your clients, your friends, people that you like, your therapist, your tarot reader, your astrologer, whatever the case may be. It's probably telling you just to kind of, I hate to say it, right? But when it says wait, it's not time yet, things are being woven, something may be kind of working out in the background. And I don't know if it's like working out so the two of you can be together, but it can be like, sorry, I'm starting to lose steam here. Last super chat of the night, I'm starting to lose steam. It can be like something like within a couple of weeks, you find out that he's been talking to somebody else. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. I'm glad that he didn't reach out, or I'm glad that even though it says he will, or, whatever. Sorry, I'm like really losing steam right now. I feel like I'm drunk. Holy crap. So I feel like there's something that you're going to find out that's going to be useful to you. So it's telling you probably not to make any impulsive decisions or do something where you're a little too quick on the draw that's going to put you in a bad position. Do you know what I'm saying? So just kind of wait for this person to reveal themselves, because I feel like they will. Okay, so don't jump the gun on anything. All righty. Holy crap, that was rough. Sorry about that, Paris. Holy shit. That was bad. All right, you guys, I love you. Keep in mind, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can either visit violettaalexis.com or you can visit hypsee.com/violettaalexis. If you book with me on Hypsee, you can get a 20% off discount for a full-blown personal reading. If you put in the code Violetta10 at checkout, there's only 10 of them available. I love you guys. A special shout out to Complexity, but also Lori or Dart Designs and Rick Astor. Thank you guys. You make this all possible for me. And I hope that you guys have a good night. Bye for now.